on with people in the West. Army commanders here say they have been speaking to army commanders in the West, in and around Tripoli, and they're getting a feeling that even the ones in Tripoli are slowly turning against Gaddafi. They seem to think that there are a lot of cracks now in that whole system that Gaddafi has put in place, and that his whole grip on power is melting away by the hour. That's at least the feeling from here, from the East. They say that they're in constant contact, but there is certainly an element still of fear, because they say the Gaddafi family controls something called the Khamis Brigade, and that brigade is a brigade that is basically special forces that have ultra-sophisticated equipment that who are extremely loyal to Gaddafi and his family. And according to the army commanders here, they are the ones who are now putting up the fight.
And in that address of his last night, amid all the, shall we say, strange things that he said, he did seem to have one strand of possible compromise by promising more subsidies. Is that going to fly with anybody in the East?
I don't think so. I think that fell really on deaf ears. There is certainly a tone of defiance here. You have to understand that when he spoke a few days ago, when he appeared on television, he did accuse the people of the East of being drug addicts, popping pills, being instigated by Al-Qaeda or run by Al-Qaeda. Now that has infuriated the people here. All they do is, each time they meet us, is underline the fact that this has nothing to do with Al-Qaeda. This has to do more with people who are fed up of 42 years of rule, 42 years of, some would tell you, barbaric rule, and 42 years where they didn't get anything. They always point to the fact that there's a million or more than a million Egyptians who are working here, that the Africans are here and getting very good salaries. Gaddafi has spent a lot in Chad and other African countries. Well, they haven't gotten anything. So I don't think that will work at all. Certainly here, everyone you speak to would tell you this is no time for dialogue. It's way too late. Nothing else than the fall of the regime will make for them to sort of be part of Tripoli.
Thanks so much for that. That's our correspondent in the east of Libya. Well, China has sent a Navy ship to protect its citizens who are being evacuated from Libya. Beijing says a missile frigate has been diverted from anti-piracy duties in the Gulf of Aden to protect ships carrying Chinese evacuees. And 2 planes sent by the Chinese government have touched down safely in Beijing. They were carrying more than 250 Chinese nationals. More than 30,000 Chinese workers are believed to be in Libya, were believed to be in Libya when the fighting broke out, and some 12,000 have since been evacuated. Also, relief in Athens airport, where Greek nationals have been safely airlifted home from Tripoli. Most described scenes of chaos in the Libyan capital. Interestingly, one evacuee said he witnessed what he called 4 cold-blooded executions in the street. Meanwhile, a group of UN workers evacuated from Tripoli has arrived in a military airport outside Rome. The evacuees included Italians and other European Union citizens. They were flown back on 2 Italian military transport planes mobilized by the country's foreign ministry emergency units. Well, some of those fleeing Libya have also brought with them amateur footage of the violence. Now, in this, set to be filmed on Monday in Benghazi, heavy gunfire can be heard as protesters take shelter on both sides of a street. The footage was given to the AP news agency by a Canadian worker. He said he was given the video to smuggle it out of the country. Now, Ali Yusuf is a Libyan national and a volunteer trying to send medical supplies into the country. He joins us on the line from Metro on the eastern border crossing with Egypt. Thanks a lot for joining us, Ali. First of all, where are you exactly? What are you trying to do at this moment in time?
Well, right now I am at Metro. It's the nearest town to the border between Egypt and Libya. What we're trying to do, actually, we have arrived this morning, okay, to Marsa Matruh is just to take some rest and to recharge ourselves and go back, because the weather has not been helpful to us for yesterday and today. It's been windy and it's been a lot of dust around us. Yeah, so we had to just come back here and take some rest, and we're planning to go back and do what we've been doing for the last few days.
What sort of medical supplies do you have?
We basically, what we do is we are in touch with the Libyan inside, okay? We do get in touch with the hospitals, and basically we ask them to send us what they need. And we've been receiving an update almost every couple of days. We receive an update of medication they need. Basically, they are in need of everything, okay? Everything they hospital must have, they need it for treating inpatients for any kind of injury. They need all kind of antibiotic. They need a painkiller, which it's in a great need. They need oxygen bottle. We have been asked to send oxygen bottle because most of the hospitals are out of them.
Are they treating people for gun injuries?
Oh, yeah. Most of in Benghazi, the last information we have received, okay, they are treating over 2,000 all over the hospitals in Benghazi, or 2,000 injured by the fighting that has happened the last 3 or 5 days. The last 5 days.
And how are you coordinating actually getting those medical supplies to the hospitals? Are there any hurdles in the way?
Well, the Egyptian side, they are trying to be supportive, okay, but we are really noticing a lot of delay now. We hear in the news that convoy are arriving to Libya, but it's not that easy moving the convoy, okay. They are stopped and they are being kept for many hours. I mean, we are not able to move any convoy from the border for at least we're having to wait for at least maybe 8 to 12 hours just to do a simple paper process, you know, so it's taken us so long just to process. Yes, the border is open, but it's not as an open just come in and you go to Libya straight away. We still have to go through the checkup with the Egyptian side.
Understood. Ali Yusuf, thank you very much for giving us that
Thank
update.
you for having me.
Well, amid the ongoing confusion on the ground in Libya, the internet has been one important source of information. Our web desk has been following it.
Well, yes, we've got new videos coming through to us all the time, including this one, which claims to show footage of wounded in the hospital in the eastern town of Derna. This and plenty more in just a moment.
And Ireland's ruling party braces itself for a possible bruising as elections get underway.
Welcome back to your international weather forecast. In Australia, we're watching 2 areas of low pressure up to the north. Now, these have been here over the last couple of days, causing a lot of rain and flooding in the region. You can see here on the satellite image what we're talking about. This is going to be causing some heavy flooding over the next couple of days, anywhere from 100 to 150 millimeters of rain. Now, you can see here, we're looking at this one, especially over towards the west. That one could possibly turn in from a tropical low to a tropical cyclone. We need to watch this very carefully. But down to the south, it's a whole different story. We're looking at